called me, and I could hear Cheyenne begging Dominique to please don't let me die. It feels like somebody cut out some of your heart, put it back in your chest, and told you to try to live.
This is Love Hurts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for future content. 30-year-old Dominique Parchmon, affectionately known as Domo, was a family girl. She was the mother of a 13-year-old daughter, but she came from a large family. She was the second oldest of 7 siblings, so caring for people was natural and second nature to her. Whether in her role as a nursing assistant, older sister, aunt, or daughter, Domo had everybody covered. She loved giving people a little TLC. She took pride in helping others, and she would give her last to anyone if they really needed it. She truly had a heart of gold. Domo was in a relationship with 32-year-old Christopher Greer. The two had been dating for about 5 years, and they were living together. In the beginning, everything was perfect. He seemed like the perfect guy, and all her family loved him. The couple loved going out to eat at fine dining restaurants, but what they loved most is hanging with friends. One of their favorite things to do was to kick a game of spades. They would get the drinks flowing, cut that music on, and baby spades night was a whole vibe. But as the years went on, Christopher started showing his true colors. It's like all he ever wanted to do was party, and when he did, he let the alcohol get the best of him, and his drinking started to get out of control. And whenever he overindulged in alcohol, he became physically abusive to Domo. He just became a completely different person after a night of drinking. It was kind of scary. Domo knew it wasn't a healthy situation, so by January of 2022, she decided to end the relationship. On the evening of January 5th of 2022, Domo was at home with her baby sister, 18-year-old Cheyenne Hall. Baby girl had been staying with Domo and Christopher for some time. She was the baby of the family. Such a sweetheart. She loved being with her older sister, and she definitely loved living with her. At some point during the evening, Domo and Christopher began to argue. Police are not exactly sure what the argument stemmed from, but Domo told Christopher he had to go. As soon as she told him that, he became aggressive. So Cheyenne stepped in. She wasn't going to let Christopher put his hands on her sister when she was standing right there. So the next thing you know, all 3 of them are arguing. And the argument just escalated and escalated until Christopher pulled out a weapon and shot both Domo and Cheyenne. By the time authorities arrived, they found Domo deceased and Cheyenne was just barely clinging to life. She stayed alive long enough to identify Christopher as the shooter, but she died a short time later at the hospital.
2 sisters murdered, shot, and killed here at the Laura Apartments in Wayne near Merriman and Michigan Ave. The manager of the apartments working with police to get justice for this family.
They were both really good people. I mean, I had no problems, no quarrels with anything that they've ever done.
Wednesday night, gunshots in this apartment, then a flood of police.
Completely lit up. The whole street was like daylight.
With police cars?
Yes.
I was scared to even come out this morning. I was scared to come out, because I don't know if they caught him or not.
Kevin Flagg and other neighbors say they heard arguing often from the sister's apartment, and police have been called before, but never anything like this.
All I can say is that my heart goes out to them, and I know they'll be in heaven.
As of Thursday evening, Wayne police have not said whether or not they have a suspect in custody.
I am shooken up. It's so close to home, and I don't know what to say,
Apartment manager Keith says now he's working to assure his tenants it's safe.
I'm just taking it, minute by minute, day by day at this point.
After the shooting, Christopher took off in Domo's car, which he did later abandon, and U.S. federal marshals and Domo's family were on the hunt for him.
Sisters fatally shot, and the killer is still out on the street. Tonight, a heartbroken family is pleading for justice. Dominique Parchmon and Cheyenne Hall were murdered on January 5th of this year in the city of Wayne.
Today, their family teamed up with Crime Stoppers to announce a reward in this case. But before they did that, their parents sat down with our Sandra Ali.
A family loses 2 daughters in a brutal act of gun violence. Now federal marshals are on the hunt for a killer.
Well, she called me, and I could hear Cheyenne begging Shantanique to please don't let me die.
Carol Parchmon is describing the worst day of her life. Her daughters, Dominique and Cheyenne, were home at their apartment in Wayne when Dominique and her boyfriend got into a fight. Dominique started making calls for help, but by the time anyone could get to their apartment, it was too late.
My daughter-in-law was on the phone talking with Dominique when this happened. And she called my other daughter, Shantanique, and had her to go over to Dominique's house, and apparently Christopher had just left. She went in and she said that Dominique was unresponsive and Cheyenne was fighting for her life.
Police believe Dominique's boyfriend, Christopher Greer, shot them, then took off in Dominique's 2006 Dodge Charger that he later abandoned.
Shantanique was saying, Mom, Dominique is not moving, and I think she's deceased.
It's the worst moment of your life.
Yes, yes. It feels like somebody cut out some of your heart, put it back in your chest, and told you to try to live.
Dominique and Cheyenne were found with multiple gunshot wounds. They both died at Oakwood Hospital in Dearborn. There's been a warrant out for Greer, and the feds have been looking for him for the last 2 months.
I'm beyond angry. Just find him. Somebody know where he at. Whoever helping him, turn him in. Or hell, turn your own self in. You know what you did.
The reward in this case is now up to $5,000 for any information leading to an arrest. Back to you.
Finally, on June 26th of 2022, the U.S. Marshals captured this fool in Nevada.
We have some breaking news coming in now from Wayne, where police say they've arrested a man wanted for a double murder. Police say Christopher Greer is suspected of shooting and killing 2 sisters back in January. Dominique Parchmon and Cheyenne Hall were found shot in their apartment. Now, nearly 6 months after their murder, police have Greer in custody and believe he is responsible.
This case is still ongoing, so we don't yet know the outcome for Christopher, but I'm just hoping that they bury him under the jail. My heart truly goes out to this family. All Dama wanted to do was end the relationship and move on with her life. And unfortunately, it cost her not only her life, but the life of her baby sister. And baby girl Cheyenne, she was only 18. She was in the process of learning how to drive. She never got a chance to take her driver's test or buy her first car. Her life was completely cut short. This case is absolutely devastating. If you are in a domestic violence relationship, please leave. But please create an out plan so that you are able to leave in the quickest, safest way possible. And once you leave, do not turn back. Turning back can cost you your life. As always, loves, stay safe, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and the notification bell for future content.